No, we're not looking at coins today. We're gonna look through some bills. Hey everybody, it's Rob with Rob Finds Treasure, and that's right, we're gonna do a bill search today. I've got $1,000 in fives, or 2 straps, which is $200 to look through, and $500 in ones, 500 bills, 5 straps of 100. Now for the fives, I'm gonna hunt them off camera. If I encounter something along the way during the hunt, I will bring it back in, but in order to save time in the video, I don't want to time lapse all of them. Let's kick it off with a good old bill search of $5 bills. The first strap of fives is pretty much a bust. Only the top bill was decent because it had 3 zeros in front of it. Now, if it had been 4 zeros, I would keep it because it'd be a lower serial number. Nothing worth even holding on to in the lot. Just wanted to bring you in for that one, and I'll fill you in if we find something in strap 2. The second strap of fives was also a bust, so something cool in the fives continues to elude me. That being said, I have a couple of broken ladders here. I won't keep them, but I wanted to fill you in on them. You can see with the serial number, we have 0, 1, we're missing the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, missing the 8, and has the 9. Technically a broken ladder, you only want 1 number missing. Wanted to show you that example. In this one, we're missing the 3 and the 4. 1, 2, no 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's 2 9s. Like I said, they're close to being broken ladders. Broken ladders are somewhat collectible, but technically you only want to be missing 1 number instead of 2 and not have any pairs like the 9s on that one. Just wanted to bring those out to show you that you can check for those. I don't keep them unless they're really cool, and these are not really cool. They're heavily circulated. They've got ink stains on them. We're not keeping them. Now that we've done that, let me set the tripod up and we'll go through this top $1 strap next. Before I get started, I just want you guys to know that I went ahead and righted the bills. That's why they're out of the wrapper. It's amazing to me how unorganized some of these straps can be, with them being reversed, upside down, inside out, you name it. Now that they're set up, let's do the time lapse and let me know if I miss anything. And of course, I'll pull the ones aside that I'll talk about at the end of the strap if we have anything. So as you saw in that first strap, there really was nothing except for these 2 trinaries. A trinary is a serial number that consists of only 3 different numbers. In this case, 0, 2s, and 7s. And in this case, 1s, 3s, and 7s. That being said, there's nothing that fancy about these. Trinaries are not that collectible. I mean, you might be able to get a little bit over face value for them if they're in great shape. This bill is in pretty great shape overall, but I don't keep trinaries unless the order of the numbers is cool. Like if this had been 1111 using the 4 ones, 3377, it would have been 4 pairs. Same with this one. At the end of the day, these bills will not be kept. We didn't find anything in the first strap. Let's try another one. All right, the bills have been righted. They're ready to be hunted. Let's get started. So as you saw on that strap, nothing fantastic. We did find a 2013 B Series star note. As a reminder, I checked the print run and total printed at the end of the video on Star Note Lookup's website. I'll show that at the end. We'll put that aside for now. The other bill that I focused in on is a 1995, and you do want to check your 88 Series A, your 93s, and your 95s for the web note. The web note will have its printing plate number printed above the 1 and In God We Trust versus down here. They were printed in a roll of notes versus a sheet of notes, and because they're rare, they do fetch more value. That is not one. We'll be putting that one back. Now that we've done that, let's move on to another strap. All right, the bills have been righted and they're ready to be hunted. So let's hunt them. Strap 3 of the ones didn't really have anything. I know some of you probably noticed that there was a lot of those 08, 04 numbers in there, and it looks like we got part of a uncirculated strap that made its way into circulation. Nothing was valuable there. Obviously, some people have a question about whether or not you can collect consecutive bills. Yes, but only if they're uncirculated and only if the serial numbers are kind of cool. Those weren't, and they've been folded so they wouldn't be sticking to each other, so they're not very good. We did find another star note, this time a 2017 Series H, so I'll be adding it to the star notes section, and again, we'll be checking those at the end of the video. We only have 2 more straps to go, and I think to save time for the video, I'll hunt them off camera, and if I find something, I'll bring you guys back in. Now, if you prefer me to have longer videos and go through every strap on camera, just leave a comment down below. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and finish up the last 2 straps. So strap 4 has been hunted, and it was one of my better straps, of course, off camera, but nothing fancy here. We did get a star note from 2013. It's an L series, as well as a star note from 2017. It is a K series. Over here, we did find an older bill, a 1963B. Don't see a lot of 60s bills in circulation. I will be keeping that one. I do keep all the bills prior to 1981, just for my collection. And then I only pulled this aside to show you that it had a little eagle stamp or whatever that is on the bottom. Kind of cool. I'm not going to collect it though. That was put on after this bill was made. We had one close call and I left it on top. 23236932. Had that been 23233232, we would have had a radar bill and a binary. But it's neither. Just a close call. Wanted to show you it. We'll put the star notes with the star notes. We'll put that back, set that one aside, and do the last strap now. The final strap of the ones was actually pretty decent as well, so as fate would have it, the 2 I do off camera had the best finds. That being said, nothing is epic, but we did find a 2006 G-Series star note, so we'll be adding that to check the print runs and rarities of all of those 5 that we found in the ones, and that's about par for the course. Typically, I find 1 star note for every 100 bills or 1 per strap. And we kept true to the nature. The second bill I kept is a birthday note, 0509-2012. So some lucky kid is going to turn 8 on May 9th of 2020 this year, and this is actually a true birthday note. It could also be looked at as the 5th day of the 9th month, so 9/5 or 5/9, 2012. Pretty cool. I keep all birthday notes. I'm actually making a package of them so that I can feature them in one of my future videos. That way, if any of my subscribers has those as their birth years, they can reach out to me. The coolest find of the stack is this printing error. You can notice the serial numbers are fine, except for this one. Look at that 6. That is a misaligned number on the serial number. It does not match up. Now, of course, the serial numbers match up, but it is definitely an elevated 6, so somewhat collectible. Not a lot of money here, but the fact that it's pretty offset, I'm going to be holding on to it. Too bad it's creased, as normal. Now that we've done that, let me clean up these bills, and we'll go ahead and do a star note lookup, and I'll walk you through that process next. So I've got the bills laid out by their years, 2006, 2013, 2017. Now that I've done that, I've got the star note site brought up on the computer, and as a reminder, I have both the star note lookup site and the cool serial numbers reference guide links down below in the video description. Now that we've got that done, let's take a look at the first one. It's a 2006 G series. So $1 is the denomination. We bring this down to 2006, and then we'll type in the serial number, which is in this case G051384440. So if I can remember that, G051384440. And then we look it up. And as you can see, my note is all the way to the less rare side of the scale, and it falls right there in the bolded letters with the arrow. 3.2 million printed on notes, not rare at all. Matter of fact, total of 6.912 million star notes printed in that series. There's a lot total printed. So not rare on that one. Now that I've shown you that, I'm going to do a quick check on these, and I'll bring you back in if any of these are rare. So I finished checking the rest of the bills, and as just a reference, I brought the last bill up there, 3711. You can see it's not rare at all. So no rare star notes. That being said, I will put these aside. I do have a subscriber that likes to buy a little bit over face value for star notes, and I'll keep a hold of these for him. I know we didn't find anything great, but that is currency hunts. Sometimes you score big, and sometimes you don't. In case you missed my live stream, I showed off a bill that one of my subscribers found and sent to me. Let me go ahead and end this video by showing you that bill. Here's the bill I mentioned. Happy that my subscriber sent it to me. What a beautiful, almost solid 7s bill. Now, it's called a near solid or 7 of a kind and 7 in a row. Really, really collectible. The condition is poor, but you can't get mad at that serial number. Had that been a solid, this thing would be worth a lot, and had it been in great condition, it'd be worth a lot more. That's why you check your bills. You never know when you can find a bill like this one here. Very cool. Hopefully you enjoyed this bill hunt. Hopefully you didn't get mad at the fact that I didn't time-lapse the last 2 straps, but I didn't want it to be a 20-minute video. If you did enjoy this bill search with me, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting. And thanks for watching.